able to tolerate the quietest place on Earth for more than 45 minutes. Silence may be golden, but too much of it will drive you mad. In Minnesota's Orfield Laboratories, there's an anechoic chamber that is so quiet. The background noise is measured in negative decibels, minus 9.4 dB to be exact. The room's founder, Stephen Orfield, told Hearing Aid No that not only can you hear your heart beating and sometimes hear your lungs, but those who have entered the space have trouble standing up due to the fact that humans use sounds to orient themselves. That means anyone who spends a little time in the room needs to be seated. But they won't be there for long. According to Orfield, the longest anybody has been able to tolerate the extreme silence is 45 minutes. The letter X was first used to represent a kiss in 1763. If you sign letters, or more likely, texts and emails, to those you loved with Enzo, then you're keeping up a sweet tradition that goes back hundreds of years. Per an article in the Washington Post, the Oxford English Dictionary says that an X was first used to represent a kiss back in 1763 in a letter written by British naturalist Gilbert White. Dogs typically go to the bathroom in alignment with the north-south axis. We've known for a while that dogs, along with several other animals, can detect Earth's magnetic fields. But it turns out, they also use it to direct their more personal habits. After watching 70 dogs do their business over a 2-year period, researchers who published their work in the journal Frontiers in Zoology found that the pups preferred to go a line along the north-south axis under calm magnetic field conditions. According to the study, this was the first time a measurable, predictable behavioral reaction to the magnetic field's fluctuation has been demonstrated in mammals. It also might be why it takes your dog so long to decide where to go. The entire population of Central Europe during the Stone Age could have fit on a cruise ship. Research published in the journal PLOS One found that for significant spans of time during the Stone Age, there were fewer than 1,500 people living in Central Europe. And as Eiffel Science reports, that's about as many people you might find on a mid-sized cruise ship today. The longest TV ad in history is 14 hours long. Created by Old Spice for a product that supposedly lasts forever, the commercial features actor Terry Crews, among others, and is currently airing for an eternity online. But since that's not exactly possible on TV, a 14-hour version was put together and aired in Sao Paulo, Brazil, on December 8, 2018, earning the Guinness World Record for the longest TV ad ever. The gap between conversation responses typically lasts 200 milliseconds. While that's on average, it's also nearly universal. In most languages, including sign language, the pause between when we speak and when the person we're talking to takes their turn keeps to a familiar pattern. Stephen Levinson from the Max Planck Institute for Psycholinguistics told The Atlantic that the gap is the minimum human response time to anything, including when runners react to a starting pistol. Keep calm and carry on is repurposed propaganda. The popular Keep Calm and Carry On slogan was originally created by the British government as a form of propaganda to urge citizens to stay civil during World War II, when London frequently endured air raids from Germany. Alas, it never caught on. Years later, in the 2000s, a poster was discovered, and many companies have used it as a slogan or marketing theme for their products. Apparently, vintage sensibilities apply to modern public relations campaigns too. No one knows how William Shakespeare's name was really spelled, and neither did he. For every tidbit of info we know about William Shakespeare's life, there are just as many that we don't. And one thing historians aren't too sure about is how Shakespeare's name was actually spelled. Frankly, he didn't seem too sure either. The Bard himself used variations of his moniker such as William Shack, William Shakespeare, and William Shakespeare. His contemporaries spelled it more than 80 different ways too, including Shapir to Shakespeare. It turns out, the man never used William Shakespeare once, despite the fact that it's become the accepted spelling of his name. Tailgating doesn't speed up your commute. Research out of the Massachusetts Institute of Technology from 2017 suggests that if we all keep an equal distance, similar to how birds and flocks fly, we'd get to our destinations twice as fast. The study confirmed that maintaining an equal distance between cars on either end of you gets you to your destination significantly faster than if you tailgate the car in front of you. Of course, you can't control the car behind you, which is why we all need to get on the same page and stop tailgating. Girl used to be the word for any young child. If you use the word girl these days, you're likely talking about little Susie or young Sally. But way back in the 1300s, you might have been referring to little Bobby or young Billy as well. The word girl, which is where we get girl, was used for any child or young person, according to the online etymology dictionary. For proof, Quartz points to Chaucer's Canterbury Tales from the late 1300s, in which he wrote, "In danger had he at his own guise, the young girlies of the diocese, and knew her against, and was out to read." Quartz explains that the summoner knows all the secrets of the young people in the diocese, not just the young girls. Bananas glow blue under UV lights. Bananas may be famously yellow, but according to a study published in the Journal of the German Chemical Society, the usually sunny toned fruit actually glows an intense blue color when put under black light, or UV lights. Scientists at the University of Innsbruck in Austria and Columbia University in the US found that the degradation of chlorophyll that happens in the fruit while it ripens is the cause of the funky blue glow. An actor's brain activity is different when they're in character. When actors get into character, they change more than just their costumes and how they talk. During a study by Canada's McMaster University, researchers scanned performers' brains while the actors answered questions either as themselves or in character. The results revealed that the brain activity of participants differed depending on the separate scenarios. Research author and psychologist Stephen Brown wrote, "It looks like when you are acting, you are suppressing yourself, almost like the character is possessing you." China cloned an award-winning police dog. Training a puppy isn't easy, which is why a police force in China is hoping to speed up the process by cloning an award-winning dog. The cloned puppy, named Kungsan, reported for duty in March 2019. She was cloned using the DNA from current police dog Huawangma, a 7-year-old Kunming wolf dog from the police station in Yunnan who is renowned for her detective skills. The agency hopes the cloned puppy is just as adept at solving crimes as her clone. If things go well with this pup, there could be plenty of other cloned canines joining the force. The designer of the Eiffel Tower built an apartment into it. When Gustav Eiffel designed the tower which bears his name, he added a hidden apartment on the 3rd level of the landmark, but he never lived there, no one did. Instead, Eiffel used the special space to entertain distinguished guests such as Thomas Edison. Although it wasn't big, the apartment was decorated with wallpaper, furnished with wooden cabinets, and even featured a grand piano. These days, you can get a peek at the unique abode through a window if you purchase a ticket for a ride up the tower. The largest pizza on record was 13,580.28 square feet. Most of us love pizza and have surely eaten our fair share over the years. But could you eat one that was the size of a warehouse? In 2012, Dovilio Nardi, Andrea Manasci, Marco Nardi, Matteo Nardi, and Matteo Gianna from Food at Via Roma, in Rome, Italy, created a massive pie that had a surface area of 1,261.65 square meters, according to Guinness World Records. They named their creation Ottavia, in honor of the first Roman emperor Octavian Augustus. And, yes, the pizza was gluten-free. Cats can manipulate us with meals that sound like crying babies. Research has found that our finicky feline friends know just what to do in order to get us to give them food and attention. One study published in Current Biology found that when cats use the more baby-like meow called solicitation purring, us humans judged it as more urgent than the regular cries. So how did the researchers know it's manipulative? The scientists found that only cats who lived in single-person households developed this special cry, meaning it's only something the cat acquires when it has a one-on-one relationship with its owner. Archaeologists discovered an elixir of immortality in an ancient Chinese tomb. In March 2019, archaeologists in central China's Henan province reportedly found a 2,000-year-old bronze pot from a Western Han dynasty that contains 3.5 liters of a liquid that was referred to in ancient Taoist literature as an elixir of immortality. The elixir was found to be a mixture of potassium nitrate and alunite. However, we have to assume it was less than effective, considering the fact that it was discovered, in a tomb. There's a mail route in Alabama that requires a vote. There are plenty of quirky facts about the United States that are hard to believe, and that includes this little detail about Magnolia Springs, Alabama. According to USA Today, the town is the only place in the entire country that has a year-round water delivery mail route. The folks who live there receive their snail mail from the U.S. Postal Service via boats that have been serving the 31-mile stretch since 1915. The word swims is still swims when turned upside down. Go on, flip whatever device you're reading this on upside down. Or even try writing the word out yourself. If you use all uppercase letters you'll find the same word whether you're looking at it right side up or upside down. Barbie's full name is Barbara Millicent Roberts. You may know the iconic doll by her nickname, Barbie, but when the famous Mattel Incorporated toy was first introduced back in March 1959, she was given the full moniker of Barbara Millicent Roberts. Her first name is in honor of creator Ruth Handler's daughter, Barbara, who inspired her mother to design an adult-like doll while playing with paper versions and giving them grown-up personalities, according to Barbie Media. So thanks for watching this video. Please like, share, comment, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon.